everyone, I'm Steph Dorworth from BeautifulToTheCore.com, and today I want to share with you my guide on how to choose your bikini competition suit. When it comes to prepping for a bikini competition, you spend a lot of time doing your training and nutrition and getting everything ready to look your best on stage. And so when it comes to shopping for your suit on stage, it's very important that you pick the best suit that's going to really display all your hard work as best possible. So when you shop for your suit, you want to shop at the best, which is Ravish Sands. Ravish Sands is a really awesome bikini company that was started in Florida. They have a lot of gorgeous competition suits, all of which can be customized in so many ways. It's crazy how many ways you can customize a suit for your show. And the important thing is you want to make sure that you're making all the right decisions when putting together your suit for show day, but know that it can be a very confusing process. So in order to make that process as simple as possible, I've made a guide on the website for you. It's a free guide that you can check out at BeautifulToTheCore.com. Just in the search box, search for how to choose a bikini competition suit, and that post will pop up. I've got it right here. And so today I want to share just some of the highlights that I cover in this post. You can read the full post for more details, but I want to share the kind of decision-making process that should be going through your head when choosing a suit. And I want to share with you my opinion on what suit you should choose for your show based on your body and your hair color and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and go right into it. We're going to cover how to choose your competition suit with Ravish Sands. One of the reasons I like Ravish Sands for ordering your suit is because they have a lot of unique programs that many other suit companies don't have. One of those is their trade-in program. This is a program where if you competed once with one suit and for your next show you want to change it up and get a different suit, you can send in your old suit and they'll give you a big discount on your second suit, about 25%. So that is quite a deal, and I haven't heard of anyone else having that trade-in program. So I think that's really amazing they have that, because they listen to the people, their customers that are buying their suits, and they hear them and they implement what they're asking for. Another really unique thing that Ravish Sands has is they have rentals. And oh my gosh, if I knew about this, I think I would have done it, because when I first competed, you know, your first time, you don't really know if you're going to enjoy it or not. And so if you want to just kind of rent a suit and heels just to kind of test the waters and see if you even like it first, I think this is an amazing deal. They have certain suits that you can rent, and obviously you can't like customize it or get it custom made, but if you know that you're kind of a standard size B cup and a standard size small, you can send in your inch measurements and they can tell you if it'll fit or not. But you can get these certain suits that they rent out, and you get them for your show day and then you ship them back. And same thing for the heels, you rent them for your show day and then you send them back. So I think that's a really great thing that they offer, which is perfect for those of you that are first-time competitors and just aren't sure if this is something you're going to want to do over and over again. Now, if you are a more seasoned competitor, you've competed, you love it, you want to keep doing it, then obviously it would make more sense financially to invest in your own suit and heels, because you can rewear those many times over multiple shows, especially if you love the suit. So keep that in mind. Ravish Sands has a really awesome rental program that you can take a look at on their website. Now, another thing I like that they also have is they have a bikini kit. Now with this kit, you basically order your suit and then you get to do all the bedazzling on your own. So it's a little bit cheaper, saves you money, and it's also nice for those of you that like DIY projects, because then you get to feel like you actually helped make your suit. Okay, so they have this suit, it has little spots on where they recommend you put all the crystals, and then you just use the device. They send you everything you need. They send you all the crystals and a device to put the crystals on, and you put them on all yourself, and then that way, you know, it takes a little bit more time on your part, but you're saving money, and then it's really truly your suit that you helped make. Alright, so let's dive right into how to navigate the Ravish Sands website. On Ravish Sands, there are two options when it comes to choosing your bikini competition suit. Option A, you can get a quick ship suit, okay? So on the website, quick ship suits means here's the suit, it's ready to go, and it's ready to ship out right away for you. Here we go. Okay. Option B is a completely 100% custom suit, which means you've got to do a lot more research and decide exactly what fabric do you want, what crystals do you want, what style of crystal design do you want, what connectors do you want, etc., etc. Okay, so it's a lot more thought goes into it. They're a little bit pricier as well, obviously, because it's all custom. So you've got to decide, do you want a quick ship suit that's ready to go, or do you need a custom one? Now, obviously, keep your budget in mind. If you need something that's a little bit more affordable, you'll probably want to lean toward the quick ship. I did a quick ship for my show. It was under $100 because it was my first show and I didn't know if I'd like it or not. I did a quick ship. It fit just fine, looked great. You know, I would go for it if you're on a budget. If you're someone who knows that you're going to compete again, and you're someone who doesn't mind shelling out a few $100 extra, then go for the custom, because then you really get to put together exactly what suit you want for your show. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at option A first, the quick ship option. If you take a look at the blog, I've written about this. You'll notice that what you want to do is under the quick ship options, you can either shop by price range. You can shop the suits that are between $89 and $99, which is an option, or you can shop by the butt coverage. So what butt coverage means is when it comes to the suits for competing, the cut around your butt, around your booty, is much smaller, okay? The bikini is very, very tiny, and that's to show off your hard work and those glute muscles that you've built. And so the butt coverage is something you want to consider when shopping for your suit. I'll put this picture up. This picture shows you the different options that you have when choosing a suit and what butt coverage you want. You can have the pageant, which is a lot of coverage, kind of more like a normal suit. You can have the mid coverage, which is a little bit less, and then the Brazilian and micro, and finally the Marissa, which is a mini micro. Now, as you can see on the blog, most competitors choose the micro or the Brazilian. So I would recommend you choose one of those two. Only choose the mid coverage if you're someone who is really uncomfortable with having that tiny of a suit and you really need to have a little bit more coverage to feel comfortable on stage. That is fine, but just know that most girls will be wearing the micro or the Brazilian. If you think about it, the less coverage there is on the booty muscles, the larger those muscles will look. And when it comes to the bikini division, booty is everything. That's really what the judges are looking at, that you have nice, good development in your glute muscles. And so if the suit is smaller, the muscles appear larger, and therefore I think you're going to have more success as a competitor. So that's why competitors wear the smaller suits for their butt coverage, okay? So going back to the quick ship options, like I said, you can shop by butt coverage. And you can shop, if you want the micro butt coverage, then shop just the micro ones they have available, okay? Now the third option is you can shop by color. So it's time we're going to talk about color now, guys, okay? So when choosing what color suit you get for your show, I can give you recommendations. I'm going to tell you the most popular colors. Here they are. Most popular is probably going to be your reds, okay? Your greens or teals, turquoise, your blues, and your purples. Those are probably the most common colors on stage. Obviously, you're also going to get some pinks and yellows and blacks in there. I'm probably missing something. Not much orange, to be honest. But you're going to get other colors, but those are the most common and popular ones. And why are they popular? Because, you know, most of the bikini competitor pros are wearing those colors. It seems to work, so might as well stick with it, okay? Now, the colors that I recommend you stay away from are going to be white and gold. The white is not good. You're going to get your spray tan all over it and mess it up. It's just going to look bad. And the gold is just going to blend in too much with your spray tan and your skin tone and just make you look all, you know, monotone, one color. It's not going to help you pop and stand out. So stay away from those two colors. Otherwise, maybe choose one of the popular colors. But ultimately, when making your decision, I think the most important thing to keep in mind is what color do you look best in? When you are out in your normal daily clothes, in your outfits, what color do you get the most compliments in? What color do people say, oh, you look really good in that top today? Or that dress really brings out your eye color, you know? So for me, I thought about it. I got a lot of compliments when I wore red shades of shirts. So I went with red for my competition suit. So just think about what color do you look best in? What is going to look good with that dark spray tan? Is that going to be contrasting well? And what's going to look good with your hair tone too? If you take a look, let's take a look together at what some of the IFBB Pro bikini competitors look like. I'm going to show you some pictures of some of them, and they're going to have different colors of hair tone, different colored suits, and you can kind of get an idea. Certain hair colors look better with certain color suits and such. So let's take a look at that together next. I'm going to pop some pictures up so we can look at that together. As you can see, all of our past winners have long hair. Different colors, but it's all pretty long length. Now the style varies. Two of the girls have a very straight style, and the others have a mild wave to it, more Victoria's Secret style. Now, going back to Sonia, the first year ever, she has a little bit more volume to her hair. Ever since then, I think the volume has kind of died down, and it's more about keeping the hair simple and more natural looking. So, like I said before, you can definitely do any hair length or style, but I think it's best to keep the hair down, long, and with a natural wave to it, or just completely straight altogether. Now let's also look at the jewelry on these ladies. All the ladies have some rings, bracelets, and earrings on. You're not going to see a necklace on any of them because we don't want to take away from the suit here and distract at the chest area. So find a good pair of earrings, whether it's these hoops that the first two ladies have, or like Courtney has, more chandelier earrings. Doesn't really matter, but you can have fun with those. Then the bracelet can also be fun. As you can see, the girls have some big, thick bracelets. Have fun with it. You can put 1 or 2 bracelets on, doesn't matter. And then rings can work as well. Alright, so if you think the quick ship suit is right for you, then go ahead and use those tips that I gave you. Order your suit on Ravish Sands. Make sure you try and find a coupon code first because they always have really great deals, and you're good to go. Now, if you think a custom suit is for you, then keep listening because now we're going to cover a little bit more of those customizable options that you have. And like I said, it can be confusing, so I'm going to take you step by step in what you need to do to order a custom suit on Ravish Sands. So take a look at the posts that I got up, the blog post. You'll notice that the first thing you want to do is research the connectors that you can get. Now the connectors are the shiny, pretty pieces that connect the suit right in the center. Then you have connectors that connect the straps up over the neck, and you have connectors on either side of your hip. So you have the top, bottom, and center connectors. All of those you get to choose and customize which one you want. And they're all these really pretty diamondy looking connectors. And so I recommend that you choose one of the most popular available connectors. A lot of those are the ones that most girls are choosing, and they look the best on stage. So choose one of those. But technically you aren't really ordering it yet, okay? You're just researching. So find what you like, write down what number connectors you like, and then we're going to move on to step number 2, which is researching fabric. Once again, we're just going to research and write down what kind you like. But you can look at the fabric, find the fabric that you want, whether it's a solid or a more metallic, shiny looking one, or sequin-y. But I recommend, like I put on here, I wouldn't do the sequin prints. Choose either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So solid, metallic, matte, nylon, or metallic print. Choose one of those. Find one you like that's in the color that you want. Write that one down, and then we're going to move on to step 3 together. For step 3, you're going to research the crystals that you want. So most, like on the quick ship suits, the crystals are already on there, you don't get to choose. But when you're customizing your suit, you get to choose what color crystals you want. And you can even upgrade to Swarovski crystals, which are going to be a little bit more expensive but shine a little bit more. So go ahead and research those crystals and write down which ones you think would look best on your suit based on that fabric that you already chose, okay? So let's take a look at some of the most recent winners of the IFBB Bikini division. When the IFBB first started, the first ever winner was the girl on the left. Her name was Sonia Gonzalez. As you can see, let's look at her bikini. She has a patterned bikini with some basic connectors that are circles at the top, none in the center, and some at the bottom. This was the first ever year of the bikini division, and so a lot of things have changed ever since then. You'll see the girls that have won after her in future years after that have a very different look. Now, most girls choose a fabric that is a plain color, no pattern. The connectors are also very different as they now have diamonds through the connectors. So let's look at the second winner, Nicole Negrani. She has a diamond connector in the center, the top, and the bottom, all of which are very similar style. I think that's good to have a cohesive look like that. If you move over to Natalia Milo, she has a different connector in the center, the circle, and then she has 3 tiers of connectors at her hips. So it's a little bit different, but once again, a plain fabric with the crystals on top. Moving on to Ashley Kay, she won a couple years, and she's got a plain colored blue with crystals on top all over, and her connectors have these cool little rectangles on the sides. So she's going back to 1 tier versus having 3 tiers. Now, after that, Courtney King won once. She has a plain purple with crystals all over. Her connectors are also 1 strand. So as you can see, now that we've looked at past winners of the bikini division, I think it's best if you choose a fabric that's just 1 plain color without a pattern to it. I also think it's best if you choose connectors that are pretty simple on the top and pretty simple on the bottom. 1 tier. I really like this rectangular one that Ashley has, but I think the 1 tier allows you to wear that strap up on the hip a little bit higher to accentuate the glute muscle size, versus the 3 tier kind of cuts that off a little bit. In addition, all of these girls have a very plain pattern with the crystals. The crystals just cover the entire suit. You'll notice that when you are making a custom suit, you have the option of having the crystals be in specific designs or patterns, but sometimes that kind of takes away and distracts the judges. I do think it's best to keep it simple and just do that all over crystallization over the entire suit, and keep those connectors also pretty simple. That way the focus is on your body and your physique. So now moving on to step 4. Step 4 is where we are actually starting to put in our order for your suit, okay? We've researched connectors, fabric, and crystals, and now we're going to place an order for the suit. And we choose one based on what kind of pattern you want those crystals to take on the suit, okay? Now, look at number 4. From under number 4, you'll see there's at least 10 options. There's even more, but I wrote down the most common. We have bombshell bling, which is just tons of crystals all over the top and bottom, just filled, okay? You have teardrop, where there's a lot of crystals, say like on the top triangle, and then it starts to go less, and less. So it kind of like fades away. You also have a diamond princess, so the crystals accumulate mostly in the corners, like the top and the outside corners of your top. And just continuing down, there's a lot of different patterns that the crystals can take. And that's just totally up to you. I'm not saying there's a certain one you have to choose to do well. You get to pick whatever one you think is the prettiest. So pick a pattern, and that's the pattern that you're going to choose for your suit. Once you've picked that pattern, now we're going to start entering in the things that you've already researched and things like your size and such. So now you get to choose. What size top do you want, small, medium, or large? What bottom coverage do you want, like we've already covered? Do you want the micro? Do you want the Brazilian? Then you're going to cover the connectors. Type in what connectors you liked from our research. Then you're going to cover the fabric. Type in what fabric you liked. And then there's additional requests I'm going to say you can probably skip that, but if you have any specifics you need, you can add in other specifics here. Number 6, you're entering in your measurements. That way, Ravish Sands can make you a suit that fits you perfectly. They will also take into account that those measurements might be a little bit smaller on show day, because if you're ordering your suit 6 weeks out, you're likely going to be a little smaller on show day, right? Because we hope that you would keep leaning out. So they'll keep that in mind. Then number 7, purpose of the suit is obviously a competition. Number 8, let them know that the size my bikini for show day and that the inches you already entered are what you currently are, so you'll probably be smaller. Number 9, enter your show date. Number 10, consent that you understand the policies. 11, know that it will take about 4 weeks to have your suit ready, which is actually pretty fast if you think about it, a whole custom suit in 4 weeks. Number 12, optional, you can probably skip. Number 13, you can do a crystal upgrade. And number 14, add that baby to your cart, you're ready to purchase. So I went over that quickly, but do know, find this blog post. It's called How to Choose a Bikini Competition Suit. Please find this post because it will be much clearer to just read it and follow step by step. And then from there you can purchase your suits. And I really hope it comes out how you want it, because having a good suit that fits you well and that it's beautiful and really dazzles and shines on stage is so important. Now real quick, a question I get, when should I order the suit? You should order it about 6 weeks out from your show. That's because it takes 4 weeks to get it done, and you want to have a little extra time just in case there's a shipping problem or just in case you need to get something adjusted on it, okay? So 6 weeks out is when you want to order. And that's it for this video, you guys. I hope this was helpful at helping you shop for your bikini competition suits with Ravish Sands. Be sure to check them out at ravishsands.com, and be sure to go to beautifultothecore.com, search for the blog post called How to Choose a Bikini Competition Suit, and you can get my step-by-step guide on how to shop for a suit, whether it be quick ship or a totally custom suit. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks as always for watching my video. Definitely like it and share it if it was helpful, and follow me on Instagram at Steph Dorworth. See you guys later.